How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today we're going to look at why you need 0.48 Bitcoin, 6.85 Ethereum, 7,600 Polygon, 22,000 XRP, or 6,600 Phantom. So we're going to be going through that. This is not supposed to be clickbait or anything like that. I'm going to actually show you those numbers and why they are significant here today. Before we get started, you should be bullish on crypto if you're watching this video, or you should be at least curious about crypto, because we do have to take some assumptions into play here today, and I'll talk you through those assumptions. But before we get started, please hit the like button underneath the video. That pushes this video out to more people. Hit the subscribe and bell so that way you can get future videos like this, and let me know in the comments if you want more videos like this. If you want to know what I'm buying and selling, you can check out the link to the Patreon underneath the video. Obviously, crypto has done extremely well this year, with Bitcoin up nearly 80% or so from the bottoms. A lot of other cryptos up significantly as well. There's a handful of reasons for this. First of all, we knew that the national debt was going to continue to go up. We're moving up faster than a lot of people expected, though, a few years ago. We're at nearly $32 trillion in debt. They're going to have to raise the debt ceiling again. And since the pandemic, it's obviously just gone up faster and faster. A lot of this is due to a lot of the reasons that we have to spend so much now, too, is just due to the fact that we have so much interest that we have to pay. The U.S. government just posted about a $400 billion deficit in March. As you can see here, a lot of debt is maturing in the next few years, in the next 2 years, $9.2 trillion. They're going to have to get that money through treasury yields, through treasury bonds, and they have to promise more and more with this high rate environment that we're in. A lot of people are now thinking that this, mixed with the fact that we're starting to see lower inflation on CPI, PPI, it's coming down pretty quickly, is going to change the Fed's tone. They're going to have to start lowering rates. And when you lower rates, that helps risk on assets. There's less of a discount rate where cash flows and future opportunities are going to be not discounted as much. So the value of those assets will go up as rates come down, because it gets cheaper and cheaper to get money, get your hands on money. That will definitely push up the crypto markets. At the same time, we're starting to see some distrust in banks, with SVB, one of the top 25 US banks, collapsing pretty much overnight. And we're also seeing the Bitcoin halving get closer and closer. Less than 1 year away, we're nearly 3/4 of the way to the next Bitcoin halving. And every time that we've gone through one, it's been extremely bullish for the price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. So we're seeing a lot of different macro events happen at the same time. Seems like this is the perfect recipe for crypto to go up. Now, of course, we have seen prices go up in the past, like on Bitcoin, where we went from 3,000 up to, I believe it was 12,000 or so, then back down. So we could see that this year. I'm not saying to go all into the market or anything like that. This video is not just hopium. It's trying to be realistic. But if you can hold through to the next bull market, I think there's a good chance that we can make some pretty good money. So today I want to look at a few different cryptocurrencies and look at how much you'd need of them. And we're going to take some different scenarios into account here. Let's just get rid of these for now. We're going to look at Bitcoin. The bear case for the next bull cycle, I think, is around 69,000. Now, these are some of the assumptions that you can change around, but I think it would be pretty bearish if we just hit the previous all-time high and did not move further up. Of course, there are worse scenarios where we don't even hit the previous all-time high. But if you believe in crypto, if you're holding crypto, you've got to believe that Bitcoin's going to go up, I think, this next cycle. So this would be quite bearish. The base case is just under a 2x from the previous cycle top. From 2017 to 2021, we saw a 3.5x, just about. If we went to a 2x, I think that would be still a little bit bearish, but we'll just say the base is there to be a little bit conservative. Then bull is about a 3x from the previous cycle top. Of course, we did 3.5x. Typically, we have seen diminishing returns as time goes on. Each bull cycle has less of a multiple from the one before. I think we could push further up, especially if there's nationwide adoption, if nations start adopting crypto and adding it to their reserves. Obviously, that would push up the price a lot, and there is going to be some supply crunch at some point as well. But we'll say bullish scenario 210,000 for the next cycle, whether it's 2025 or 2026. We also are going to take a look at Ethereum. I think bearish would be the same thing. previous peak, 4,800. Base case, about double that, a little bit more, about double the previous high. And then we would be right under $10,000 too. Obviously, that's a big psychological level for a lot of investors. They might start taking profits right ahead of 10,000 in case we didn't hit 10,000. Then bull case, about a 3x from the previous cycle top, which would be obviously right under $15,000. Obviously, another big psychological level there. So that would be a nice increase from where we are today. That is about a 7x. And we'll talk about how much you need, how many tokens you need in the next cycle as well, based on a couple different scenarios. But let's go through a couple more. Polygon bear cycle, just the same as last cycle. Base, we're going to say is a little bit higher, right? If we're going to go up to 130,000 for Bitcoin, 9,000 for Ethereum, I think you have to think that Polygon's going to move up, and some of the smaller cryptos are going to move up faster or move up more. So basically, I took the same multiple from 4,800 to 9,000, basically gave that to Polygon, but then 1.5x'd it. So a bigger increase here, almost a 3x from bear case to base case. And then it's going to be a little bit higher yet still for the bull case, obviously. And then we're going to take a look at XRP. XRP, I think the bear's a little bit different on this one. So stick with me here. I'm not bearish on XRP. I'm also not telling you which cryptos to buy. I'm just giving you some different scenarios. XRP went all the way up to $3.11 here. And this was for a very brief time. You have to remember, this was just a spike and then fell right back down. However, we've had a lot more tokens hit the market. Keep in mind, the fully diluted market cap is 52 billion. The market cap is 27 billion. So not even, just over half the tokens are actually already supplied, already in basically on markets, and people are holding. But the fully diluted market cap is much higher, so there's going to be selling pressure. We already know that, just a little while ago at the beginning of the year, 500,000 XRP or $170 million of XRP was unlocked from an escrow at an unknown wallet. And we see this consistently, right? There's more and more unlocks of XRP. So I would just be careful of that. So that's why this is a little bit more bearish, just because I think it would be really hard to hit this $3.11 mark. I mean, that's a 6x from here in the bear case. That would put the market cap at $160 billion. And the fully diluted at $320 billion, which is insane. That's higher, I believe, than Ethereum right now. So we're not gonna make it that bullish. We're gonna say $1, and then the base case is about the previous high, and then the bull case is a little bit more than that. And then the last one we're gonna take a look at is Phantom here. This is one crypto that I hold too. Bear case is the previous cycle top. This is a little bit different as well because this market cap compared to the fully diluted, 88% is in the circulating supply of the market cap, of the fully diluted market cap. So it's not anywhere close to XRP. You can see the difference there. Even though they dilute, it's much less. So Phantom, $3.30, $9.33, $15.07. Now, this isn't really accounting for supply hitting the market. Keep in mind, this is only 2 years away. So there's going to be some dilution. Like I said, with XRP, more significant dilution than these other cryptos, but a lot of it's going to be based on just buying pressure and how many people come into the market. A little bit less on based on crypto hitting the market. Obviously, that's going to take some toll on the price, but for something like Ethereum or Bitcoin, there's not going to be that much hitting the market, and Ethereum probably will actually be negative. So that would actually be quite bullish for Ethereum, but we're not going to account for it here just because, again, we're talking over a very short time span, and a lot more is going to be based on the buying than 5% hitting the market over the next bull run. Now, depending on who you are, you obviously have different goals. $100,000 might be a ton of money to you. $100,000 might not be much to you. That might be something that you go spend on a new car for your significant other, right? So we're going to do two different scenarios. One is going to be how many coins you have to have $100,000. So that's going to be the first scenario. Then we're going to look at $1 million. Then we're going to look at how to DCA into that. So the price today for Bitcoin, 30,000, Ethereum, 2,100. This is Polygon at $1.15, XRP 52 cents, Phantom 51 cents. So to get 100K, let's zoom in here. To get 100K worth of Bitcoin, you need 1.45 Bitcoin. Now in today's dollars, that's about $45,000 worth. In the base case, if we go up to $130,000 Bitcoin, you need 0.77 Bitcoin. Bull case, 0.48. So you can see, depending on the different scenarios, obviously a huge difference. And when you think about the cost too, for this bull scenario, it would cost you about $14,000, $15,000 today. Just a few months ago, when we're at the bottom of the market, it would have cost us $8,000. So depending on when you buy, there is a huge difference in the cost. Ethereum though, in the base case, let's just do that. 11 Ethereum, Polygon 12,000 Ethereum, 12,000 Polygon, XRP 35,000, Phantom 10,700. The reason I put those numbers in the title or on the thumbnail is from these. If you go into the bullish case, the bull scenario, right, you need about 22,000 XRP, 6,600 Phantom, 7,600 Polygon, 6.85 Ethereum, and in the bull scenario for Bitcoin, 0.48. Now, what if you want like life-changing money? Because $100,000 is great. For a lot of people, that would change their life over the long term, but it's not like you're going to go retire on that probably, right? Unless you're retiring in a very cheap country or you just don't have to spend that much money, right? That's not going to be enough. But what if you wanted $1 million? Well, today's price for Bitcoin, 30,000, and we don't have to go through all of them again. In the base case scenario, you need 10 times what you need for 100,000. So you need 7.69 Bitcoin. It's a lot. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying that's easy, but that's the base case scenario. Ethereum, 110. XRP is going to be 353,800. Polygon, 123,000. And then obviously Phantom, 107,000. And you can go to the bull scenario too. If you want these numbers to be lower and you want $1 million, well, you've got to time the market better, which is really hard, or you've just got to wait longer. Maybe you don't sell in the 2025-2026 cycle. Keep in mind, it is really hard to see the market peak and then fall back down and to go through that whole time without taking profits. If I had, let's say, 2 or 3 Bitcoin, maybe I'd want to sell a little bit when we're getting a little bit frothy. Maybe we hit 100,000. Maybe I take 0.2 Bitcoin off the table. I sell it. Maybe we hit 110, 120 maybe. I take another 0.1 or 0.2 Bitcoin off. I take some profits on the way up. And that way I have some money to buy the dip on the way down. Everyone is always worried that it will keep on going up. And the fact is, when you sell it, it will continue to go up. If we're in a bull market, you won't sell at the top. And if you do sell at the top, you probably won't sell enough. No one's going to time the market top perfectly with all their Bitcoin. That's just how it is, right? So do what you're comfortable with. When you have life-changing money, take some money off the table. That's just my advice, but it's non-financial. I can't give financial advice. I don't know your personal financial situation, and I'm not a financial advisor. Now, what if you wanted to DCA and you just wanted to go into Bitcoin just to make it easy? 2023, Bitcoin's price, obviously 30 grand right now. You want to invest the most upfront. Just flat out, you want to invest the most. If you're looking at whether you want to invest in 2023 or 2024, you're going to want to invest this year. Now, maybe you want a DCA, you don't want a lump sum, but let's just say you lump sum right now, you'd buy half a Bitcoin. Then you're going to DCA over the following 3 years. You're going to invest only 3/4 of what you invested the year before because, the price is much higher. We're talking $75,000 a Bitcoin, right? You could buy about 0.15 and then 0.08 and 0.05. You'd have 0.77 Bitcoin, which is this scenario. The base case for Bitcoin, if we go up to 130,000, you would have 100 grand then in Bitcoin, and you would have invested 41,000. So you'd have a 2.5x. That's how you would DCA if you're looking to DCA into Bitcoin. Of course, you could DCA more aggressively. Maybe you just want to DCA this year and you just want to be done with it. Maybe you don't have that kind of money. So it's going to be dependent on your situation. For me, I dollar cost averaged a lot through the bear market. Now I'm not really even buying because honestly, I'd like to see a little bit of a pullback in crypto. I'm not saying that's going to come, but I have enough of my enough of my assets, enough of my net worth to feel very comfortable. If crypto's price goes up, I will be in a very good situation. But if I put a lot more in and a lot more of my cash in, I'll feel pretty uncomfortable when we start falling down. Long term, I'll know that I'll be fine. But I want some money just in case we fall further to be able to buy the dip. That's just how I am, though. Let me know your thoughts on this underneath the video. Let me know if you think I did a good job of showing some of these numbers, or if there's something that you would do differently. Let me know if you want different cryptos on this list. You know, a lot of people do like XRP, so I added it from the last video. I do this kind of video every once in a while. I added it for this time. But we can definitely go more in depth. We can look at one crypto. We can look at how to retire on one specific crypto based on different scenarios. Let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Hit subscribe so you can see future videos. These are really fun to make. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.